Sending out invitations. I want to thank Sabrina Wallace for her work. Without Sabrina Wallace's work, we wouldn't be having today's conversation. No. So be patient. Let me just give me a second to send out the invites. I'm one of very few people that interacts between Facebook and YouTube and Facebook. I'm one of very few people that uses both. Today we're going to be discussing Voice of God technology, anagram VOG, short for Gov, in reverse Gov, Vog, Vog, Gov. Voice of God technology. If I speak and there's zero dissidence, then that means I'm God. Voice of God technology. I don't pray to God due to my comprehension of quantum physics and biomechanics. Today's current agenda is to desanitize the earth of carbon-based life forms, decarbonizing the earth, sanitizing it of all life forms. Sound good? I don't know anywhere else where you're going to have this conversation. You see, they're all coming in the movies too. Animated matter, black goo, black rain. Thanks to Sabrina Wallace, I came to understand that these nanoparticulates are self-aware. These nanoparticulates are fucking sentient. And they're crop dusting you with these sentient particulates. You breathe them in and you eat them in your food and you drink them in your waterways. So it's safe to say everybody's full of these nanoparticulates. They didn't have any say in it. Everybody thinks they have control. People have a hard time with my attitude because they think they control something. When they're in control of absolutely nothing. We're actually being phased out of existence, which is why you'll see women hunting for husbands today because most men are chemically castrated. They can't produce children. In the country of Pakistan, the government there is conditioning the men to have 2 or 3 wives. Isn't that amazing? What out of Christians will think about that one, right? If I don't say it for myself, quite simply, no one's going to fucking say it for me. Not some state appointed attorney, not some pro bono fucktard that's working for this church and state. One day I realized, my gosh, I don't think anyone can speak for me better than me. You don't know how I feel, you don't know what I'm thinking, and you don't know what I'm observing. You don't know much of anything. I can tell you that people tend to operate under assumptions without any evidence of anything, like Department of Health and Human Services, Northern Lights Medical System, Penobscot Judicial Center, Brad McDonald, Peter Boss, Monica Cruz. Calling you out by name, you fucking whores. You don't get to hide behind your licenses anymore. My Nana would be very proud of me. Silence is the death penalty. To speak is to give life, to cause a situation to occur, confrontation, to be a catalyst, an agent of chaos. Today's current standing orders are a result of tyranny and chaos. Today's policies are not because kings and queens loved you. Today it's going to be about morals and ethics. I told you something truthful. You lying whore sat silent to it. All you could do is fucking thumb it. And I preemptively knew that. I knew that before I went live. Boy, 99 out of 100 people won't even bark. Is that because I'm mentally impaired? Or is it because you're mentally impaired? Where is the mental impairment? Voice of God technology. Analog style. Oh, fuck. Government and self-governance is all about controlling the mind. Mind control. What's religion for? Mind control? What's television for? Mind control? What's fear propaganda for? Mind control? What was masking mandates all about? Subjugation of subjects, stripping them of their rights silently, controlling their minds? A yes or a no will suffice. Silence doesn't do anything. Speak, dog. Isn't that amazing? They thought I was a dog. And man, I started treating you fucking whores like dogs. Shit got real for me. Thought I was a dog. Thought I was a floor mat. Thought wrong. But I'm trying to be logical here. I recognize the environment is completely toxic due to leadership in the environmental protection agencies. Air is barely breathable. The waterways are toxic, contaminated, and not drinkable. Can't grow anything in toxic waste. Isn't that amazing? The Environmental Protection Agency pretty much contaminated the whole place. They did a great job. Right next to the Food and Drug Administration, we should give them applause and a trophy for replacing organic food with food-like substances. Wow. You kept up your end of the bargain, didn't you? I think all of you should be right fucking pissed off. I don't know why you're sitting silent. I actually do know why you're sitting silent for the most part. It's because you don't respect yourselves and you find no profit in your own fucking life. Stop me when I'm wrong. And while we're arguing, I'm going to tag and invite more people. Today is about three specific words: morals, ethics, and principles. And let's give a shout out to the school union districts and their principals. Let's discuss how principals don't have any principles. The principals are kitty fuckers that don't have any morals or scruples. Let's talk about it in public. Right, Peter? Let's talk about these things in the fucking public arena. That is the only place these things should be discussed. If they can't be discussed in the public arena, then apparently there's no transparency in people or policy. Can't trust anybody these days, huh? Love is apathy or entropy. When people say to me that they love me, I believe they're 100% full of shit. And they're only saying those things for public approval. They don't actually give a shit. They're just saying it, and I don't even know why they say it. I see right through them. Actions define people. Words don't actually mean anything. So I have a hard time with even having this conversation because it's not going to give me a reward. There is no reward. And I even tagged Department of Health and Human Services, and I tagged that pro bono cuck lawyer that doesn't do his job. I tagged all of you so you could have this conversation in public. Some people try to inbox me and private message me, and I tend to not get back to them. And the reasoning for that is they couldn't respond to anything during the public streams. They couldn't comment. Their opinions and feelings, thought processes were reserved for tomorrow. Or for a situation where I'm not in the fucking room. Isn't it interesting how people are making decisions in regards to my children's life and welfare without me in the room or the goddamn equation? I find that to be amazing. They can't do it in front of my face, so they have to do it behind my back. What are you defending? What are you protecting? Your jobs? Not protecting the future. You're not protecting children from anything. In the future, AI decides who lives, who dies. Vaccines are technically deciding who lives or dies right now. The vaccine injured are long COVID injured, right? They're trying to blame the injuries from COVID on long-term side. It's amazing. They're doing everything in their power to deny that these side effects are killing people from the vaccines. Isn't that amazing? They are doing everything in their power to keep that off the table. Let's discuss the short-term, long-term side effects of vaccination in public. None of you are going to do that. I think it's very important for you to know and make sure that you know that these nanoparticulates that you're breathing in the air, they're self-aware, they're sentient. And once they're inside of you, they can self-replicate using your mass and your body as building material. Isn't that amazing? They can self-divide. They can divide themselves and create another cell. Cellular division, replication, self-replication. These nanoparticulates are fucking self-aware. They have their own neural network. They transmit and fucking receive a signal. Every person that was vaccinated is transmitting and receiving a fucking a signal, a Bluetooth signal. The rapture is going to happen when somebody hits the kill switch. Right? These false love and light workers waiting on the rapture, the good Christians. These people are fucking evil, bro. If all the vaccinated people are transmitting, emitting, sending off, or receiving a fucking signal, what prevents somebody to send a kill switch signal to your brain? Come on, let's talk about it. Maybe that's how the rapture occurs, right? We got all these vaccinated people shedding T cells, right? They're contagious whether you get vaccinated or not. So unvaccinated people, I wouldn't be sticking my dick in a vaccinated person. You'll wind up contaminated too. Uh-oh. You unvaccinated, straight heterosexual males better learn to keep your dick in your pants, huh? So the air is full of these sentient nanoparticulates. So you breathe them in. These nanoparticulates are in your rice and your flour and in the waterways. Ultimately, you're going to realize and have to admit to yourself that there's just no fucking avoiding it. You're not going to be able to run and hide, bury your head in the sand like a fucking ostrich. Build a bunker. By the way, $21 trillion of your tax dollars went into underground infrastructure, building a maglev that goes from the United States to Buenos Aires to the fucking North Pole. You wondering where your tax dollars went? Underground infrastructure. It's amazing. A whole other world underground. What's the point in doing a goddamn thing if you know you're going to be dead in 5 years? Or maybe the idea that there won't be any humans left by 2047. Of Mice and Men was a great movie. Portrayed that for you. In the year 2047, it had been 20 years since a living child had been born. Was that because everybody got chemically castrated, sterilized? Come on, you guys, let's talk about it. I tagged like 30 doctors. They're not going to say anything. Oh, because they don't care about their patients. What they do care about is their occupations and their livelihoods. They care about making money off you. I would never want to be in a position where I'm forced to lie to my children for a living. It would really affect my mental health and well being. I don't think I'd feel very good about myself if I was getting paid to lie to my newborn children. The morals and ethics of it. No wonder why people are on prescription medication and liquored up all the time, huh? Your house just explains the turnaround rate in the education system, the teachers union. It takes 5 years to get in. Half of you quit within 5 years. Half of the teachers quit within 5 years, you know? Might be a moral and ethical thing. Crisis of consciousness. They don't like the indoctrination. They don't like the scripture. They're not going to fucking do that to the children. I quit. So this would help you explain why you have the teachers that you have today. Right? Have you seen them lately? They're scary. They scare me. They should scare you. And I'm with Sabrina in the sense that government, for the most part, can go digital. We can fire everybody. See what I'm saying? Voting. We don't need anybody to monitor a voting booth anymore. Now we can do that shit digitally. Fire everybody. We can let AI do the counting on the votes. You know, if we can figure out how to make it untamperable. I'm trying to be logical right now. I want to cut the government in half, downsize it, fire the Department of Education. Fuck, I want to fire the voting booth. I want to fire Congress. I want to put children in charge of everything, 5-year-olds. I think it's the only way to protect the children from the pedophiles that are raping them. I'm fucking mind blown by the situation, you know? And I think back to this Saturday Night Live skit I seen like probably 10 years ago with The Rock Johnson playing a mad scientist. I invented a fucking robot sex machine for fucking and killing children. And then right behind it was canned laughter and applause from the other people in the room. I didn't think it was funny. Did not think it was funny. And now here we are today. Children are a drug of choice for both sides of the aisle, apparently. This would also help you to explain why we don't care about children's rights. Parents really don't care about children's rights. No, you don't. No, you don't. You care about controlling children on their way into this world in the womb and on the way into the classroom. 2 portals. It's the only time you fucking care about children. And in both situations, it has to do with what? Vaccination. Oh, come on, smart people. Your silence sure as fuck doesn't impress me. Notice the headline? Voice of God technology. Sitting silent is going to make me fucking angry. And I even told you that up front in advance. Right, Peter? They don't know why I'm angry. It confuses them why I'm fucking angry. We don't like him. Got a shit attitude. He's angry all the time. Or maybe I'm angry because of all these silent motherfuckers. You ever think about that? What is the first law? Spoken law. The second law is written law. It was consented to by the majority because they didn't have a response to what was spoken, so they consented to it and wrote it as law. So you have spoken law, you have written law, you have natural law, you have etherical laws, you have laws of cause and effect and laws of observation, you have common law, you have maritime law, admiralty law, land law, air law, water law, la. Lots of laws. Too bad you don't follow any of them. We're in a situation because people do not uphold the law. They perpetually change the law. They upkeep nothing and take from you everything. Police don't protect the community. Police enforce policy. Policy was written by political pimps and prostitutes, politicians, corporate hookers, whores, caucus members, red ones, blue ones. And their sole intent is feeding off of me. Isn't that amazing? So really, this is the group of non-voters, Peter. That would be one of the markers for this party. Thinking in third terms and third person senses. Option 1 and option 2 were bought and paid for. Controlled opposition. Can't trust either one of them. So you're left in a situation where the only fucker you can trust is yourself. If you trust other than yourself, you're mentally diseased. You're not well. You need prescription medications to deal with reality. Most people today are in a chemically sedated state thanks to the pharmaceutical industry. Let's talk about it, eh? In public. Yeah? Shit's fucking amazing. Who wants to discuss the deliberate transgendering of children, gender affirming healthcare? Parents, do you consent to having your infants and newborns gender transition the day they are born with or without your fucking consent? And if you don't approve of these things, you're unfit parents. They've already passed that into law in Colorado and California, and they're trying to make that acceptable here in Maine. That's why you have Governor Mills supporting failed men and women's supports and men in women's prisons because they felt like it. They felt like a woman, so they locked up those failed men in women's prisons. It's amazing. No one wants to discuss how they failed my son. That's going to get swept under the rug with these people. It's amazing. So, whether you like it or not, you are contaminated by your environment. You do breathe in nanoparticulates. Your body's full of nanoparticulates, and those nanoparticulates are sentient and self aware and self replicating and duplicating inside of you as we speak. Isn't it amazing what happens when you don't know anything? So, this internet of bodies will be internalized and not external. It's an internal internet. Biodigital convergence of the living being with nanotechnology. Good job, you guys. It's like I said for a while now. Science proved the existence of Creator God, and they're trying to mock Creator God with etherical technologies, beast systems. And the religions of the world made it unlivable. Isn't that amazing? Holy wars in your religions made the world unlivable. Scientists wanted to play God over your lives. What? And the only thing they're left with is to blame me for all the damn problems. Can't do anything else. Shit's wild. So, what is the solution? To be a non participant? To be a non voter? To actively go out of your way to do absolutely nothing? Just waste everyone's time deliberately? I mean, I'm spitballing here, you guys. That environment is fucking toxic. poisoned the airways, poisoned the waterways. The ground's toxic. You're not growing anything. No one wants to clean the waterways. No one wants to treat the land or manage it correctly. No one wants to stop the chemtrails. I mean, it's amazing. No one wants to actually do a goddamn thing. But what they do want to do is blame me for my attitude. I think silence is treason against me and my children. That's what I think. Sitting silent doesn't make you fucking smarter. Makes you fucking stupid right now. I get goddamn pissed off at these silent motherfuckers. And then they run around talk shit behind my back and they don't know why I'm angry. Play dumb about it. If your politicians have their way, there won't be no more people left in society by 2047. You'll be completely exterminated. The earth will be decarbonized. The only thing that will exist is graphene-based life forms. Thanks to you good fucking people. So you can call me the devil all day long because I do not associate with being good at all. Sitting silent makes you fucking good people. That's one of those hard lessons, isn't it? Sitting silent makes you good fucking people. Good for nothing. There's the punchline. Good for absolutely nothing. You may as well have a conversation with a brick fucking wall. Get the same results. Mind blowing in my mind. Internet of bodies. So it'll be an internal internet of bodies. It won't be outside of you, it'll be inside of you. Your body is going to be full of black goo and graphene. right? Terminator. You start recognizing that we're in Terminator mode. It's amazing. It's the dawning of the Terminator movies, right? Google, Skynet, Starlink, neural networking. Put it all together. Skynet. It's all up in the cloud, but the cloud's inside of you and outside of you. Whoa. Because those nanoparticulates are sentient and fucking self aware. And they're able to self replicate or duplicate. They can duplicate themselves inside of you. Thank you, Sabrina Wallace. I certainly do appreciate that. That's mind boggling for me. It's just like that movie Gamer. The airwaves are full of nanoparticulates that are sentient and self aware. You breathe them in. Then they can send signals to those sentient, self aware nanoparticulates that are inside of you. It's now public knowledge that people that have been vaccinated are emitting and sending off a Bluetooth signal, and they're shedding cells. That means they're fucking contagious. So the bigger picture here is that they tend to decarbonize all sentient life forms from the earth. Decarbonize it. Sounds like a great idea. Right? That idea is about as great as the idea of blocking out the sun. They showed you that shit fucking like 20 years ago in Highlander and in Final Dimension Endgames, right? Everybody living under a bubble. The sun's blocked out. Sun's bad for you. Let's kill the sun. I don't know anybody that wants to block the sun. Blot it out. Block it. We should put the sun in a box and paint it black. What a great idea. Woo! Come on, man. Isn't it amazing? It's not a color thing, right? Because we're all being sprinkled with nanoparticulates, right? So it's not, I'm on anybody's fucking side here, right? Because it's all being done to all of you. Right, Peter? It's being done to everyone. They're all being coated with nanoparticulates like sugar frosted coating on a fucking donut. sun simulators. China's got one. I think other countries do too. It might even go into the whole concept of three sons. If you take into account that Eve had three sons, this was about astrotheology and not man and woman, Adam and Eve. This was in the sky. Eve gave birth to three sons: Cain, Abel, and Seth. Three sons, trinary. Trinity. Shit's fucking wild. Wowing. Share, share, share. Share, share, share. It's a good rising, everybody. Yes, no, we're in a very interesting times right now. Right? Very interesting. The old hat. I had to do this with some style today, you guys. Whoa! There's no preventing what's going to happen. You can't stop it. And I think that's the point in these streams. You cannot prevent the mess. Mess already happened. We're dealing with the aftermath of the mess. And the full consequences haven't even occurred yet. The ripple effect, we're still experiencing it. For the next 20 years, you're still going to be feeling the ripple effects of the things that are going on right now. I don't think decarbonizing the planet or desanitizing it of carbon-based life forms is a great idea. I didn't know about it until after they started doing it. Once I became aware of it, I started saying, no, 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 bad, bad, bad. No. Didn't make me popular. Didn't get me a large following. Didn't get me a trophy either. Good behavior gets you punished. It doesn't get you rewards. Moral men, M&M, magic men, mentors, mages, magis, musicians, mathematicians. M&M men. We win. And they're great. The ones without any degrees or licenses, we win. We won. You lost. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Smell it surrounds you.
Good evening, good rising, grand presence right now. I want to thank Sabrina Williams for her work. I'll let her explain her work. I'm not going to try to explain it. I'm going to just simply talk from where, based on what I understand from her work. I'm not going to take credit for her labor. She's a genius in her own right. Thank you, Sabrina, for your time. There are two kinds of scientists. I call this the fishbowl theory, dirty fishbowl. Two individuals looking at a fishbowl, and one sees that the fishbowl is dirty and the fish is dying, and they take the fish out of the bowl and they clean it, and then they put the fish back in the bowl, and the fish live happy lives in a clean fish bowl. The other person looks at the environment and decides to vaccinate the fish for the environment that they're facing. This has to do with morals and ethics. Most people are not capable of doing the right thing. They're getting paid to do the wrong thing. Thanks to environmental protection agencies, we can comprehend and evolve to the understanding that the waterways are toxic. You can't drink from them. And due to the ground contaminants and the soft metal toxins in the groundways, mostly you're not going to be growing anything. Right? And because we love each other and respect each other so much, we'll never actually come to a resolution in regards to anything. Because you can't actually get along with nobody.
The airways are contaminated with nanoparticulates that are self-aware and sentient, just like in the movie Gamer. Should check that movie out. Yeah. So everybody's essentially laden down with graphene-based particles inside of themselves. From the air they breathe, the water they drink, and the food they eat. Yeah. So, good job, EPA. You did a great job with the environment. Completely contaminated it. Bravo. Hats off to you, right? And the Food and Drug Administration is no better. Thanks to the FDA, we have replaced organic for artificial, and we don't actually have real food in the grocery stores. For the most part, we have food-like substances that are not really food. Good job, you guys. Woo! And Department of Education, you are half of the country's budget. We should axe you, alleviate you of your union, fire the teachers in the union, get rid of all of you. And parents should be forced to educate their own children. Think of all the money I just saved you. Wow! Isn't that amazing? Let's put the EPA out of business, the FDA, and the DOE. Bam! Half the country will be unemployed. And then homeless. Not one of you was concerned when I was fucking homeless for a decade. Shit. Why would it bother me to watch you go homeless? Lose your ass? Lose everything? Yesterday, I was talking about the tariffs and how you're going to see a hike in the cost of new goods. And I'm in reselling business. I don't deal in new goods. So I got really excited by the news. Made other people angry. I'm like, woohoo! More customers for me. Got to see the positive in things, right? But I'm trying to figure out the positives in regards to this Internet of Bodies. Is it a complete violation of free will? Yes or no? Somebody? Hello? No one knows, huh? Is free will outdated at last? Long live the king? Is choice illusionary? Yes or no will do. Hard to get along with people that can't answer yes or no questions. Can't believe them. Can't trust them. Can't respect them either. Isn't that a fact? Because these fucking silent whores don't have any respect for themselves. Then they're going to run around acting confused as to why I was mean and yelled at them in public. What we're witnessing here is a failure in communication. Not my fault. Can't possibly be my fault. I run my mouth fine. Da, da, da. So the air's saturated with nanoparticulates, and we all breathe them in. They love crop dusting you like cockroaches. It's true. And the waterways are contaminated with soft metal, mercury, lead, aluminum, fluoride. You cool cats. Contaminating your entire environment with soft metal toxicity. Land, air, water. So smart. Makes me even wonder why we have an environmental protection agency. Was their job to contaminate the environment? Because if it was, they did a great fucking job. Good job, you guys. Woo! I mean, you gotta look at every department and what they're doing, right? So that's Environmental Protection Agency. That's what they're doing, contaminating the environment. They're sure as fuck didn't protect it from anything, huh? Your job must have been to contaminate, not protect. Whoa. I think they either needed applause or they all need to be fucking fired. Come on, you guys. Somebody say something already, wouldn't ya? Right? And thanks to the Food and Drug Administration, most foods are not even real today. We have food-like substances, and we've replaced the natural for artificial, especially with intelligence. We favor artificial intelligence more than natural intelligence. We don't actually respect naturally intelligent people. you believe this shit? And I'm really impressed with alleviating the United States Department of Education. I think that would be a great idea. I think they should all be fired. I think all the parents should realize they need to educate their children themselves. That's the most profitable thing you could do, and it'll save you a boatload of money, like half of the budget. Half of the budget is in the Department of Education. Fire them all. You can't get a refund for your education. There's no quarterback. There's no nickel back. There's no dime back. There's no feedback. There's no money. Isn't it funny how they all fucking think they're smarter than me? When there's only one of me? And isn't it funny they won't even admit my existence in reality? Acknowledge it? Fucking funny as hell. And then they all run around in the opposite direction and they have no idea why I'm angry. They're gonna play dumb. Good evening, good rising, Anna. You might want to share this one. Might be one of the best ones I do this week. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Voice of God technology. Is it analog, biological, or fucking digital? What if it was biological, logical, previous? Right? What if it was biological and analog and then evolved to digital? Adapted. Voice of God technology. Is it digital? Or is it biological? Isn't it funny how I'm the one with no degrees, right? I don't have a single degree. And they're all questioning and challenging my fucking competency. When the motherfuckers never have a response for me. They just sit there and stare at me like I'm a stupid dog. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, are you all that fucking stupid? You that stupid? On my end, it's like I should talk to a brick wall. I would get further. Same results, same ends, same difference. You see, I realized I couldn't walk up to the fucking doors of the Vatican and knock on the wall and tell them to stop raping, fucking, and eating children. This naughty behavior, right? Naughty behavior. Can't get into Congress and tell them to stop raping fucking children. Adrenochrome junkies. They all should be fired. But no one likes my opinion. Yeah. That's why my son's name is going to be the most feared name in the world. Associated with Dragon! Run! Ah! People hate when they're laughed at. Gets them all angry and shit. So, carbon-based life forms is outdated thinking. Outdated. The individual is contaminated with graphene and nanoparticulates. And there's actually a patent for graphene-based life forms. This is about a biodigital convergence between biology and technology, making the two fucking one. Biodigital convergence. See what happens when I clean up? this form of internet will be gone in the future because the internet will be internal. It'll be an internal internet, because the sky is full of nanoparticulates. And those nanoparticulates are sentient and self-aware. They emit and transmit, receive and send signal. I don't know, why am I laughing at people? So I got them by the goat. Got them by that throat chakra that they don't think exists. And it affects that crown chakra, so they can't think for themselves because both got blocked simultaneously. Pop, pow. Put out your lights. Well, that's what the CIA did in 2012. They backed a dump truck up into a public arena and just beep, 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 just dumped a bunch of facts in the middle of the room and left you poor bastards to sort through it. It was Dr. Stephen Greer that said all facts were fully disclosed in 2012. Isn't that interesting? People are just waking up to the things that were disclosed to them 15 years ago. Yeah. That was the softer kill. No, this is the softer kill right now. The softest kill. Because it's done by one. One against many and many against one. Power of one. If you only knew how much of my own fucking work I don't follow it. I got too much shit on my hands. Anybody else's shit. Barely have time for my own shit, right, Tomaz? Shout out to the intelligence community. How y'all doing? You confused by my vocabulary? Oh, yes. Yep. 48 Laws of Power is a great starting point for most men. Sure. Good book to read. I'd also read The Art of War. Donald Trump's into it big time. So I'd probably read that book. And I want to say in the abstract, I think in this time frame, mostly people are learning about energy, letter N, letter R, letter G, NRG, inner chi, INNERCHI, inner chi, energy, green energy, so really energy work, right? Isn't that fair to say? We're learning a lot about energy in societal senses right now, different kinds of energy, kinetic energy, grounding technology, biological, electrical, etherical, scalar technologies. Sounds like frequency magic to me. No, Tomaz never comes in here. I invite him to every stream, Anna. See, with men, it's my word salad versus your word salad, and who's coming out on top? Brr, 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 brr. That's really what it boils down to. Word salad. They won't like me saying scalar technologies, but if I said seismic or cymatic technologies, that would be incorrect. It's not accurate, even though it's the same. This is why you can't deal with anybody anymore. Too many egos, too many word salads. No one wants to sit still. Shit's wild, Anna. Tag you. Shit's fucking wild, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's just fucking funny as hell. There's no preventing it. You know, it's already happened. All of this shit has already happened. There's no preventing any of it. So you can't stop it. So a non-protest or a non-active perspective, non-active participation. Voting is active participation. Being inactive is active. It's how you cause the most aggravation to the system. So essentially, the entire species will be decarbonized and they're wiped out. And I came to that conclusion because I thoroughly believe the AI is in control of the world already. I don't think anyone's steering any policy. I don't think anyone's running anything. I think everybody's autopiloting and reacting to the news or the scripture. Fuck. Meanwhile, in local news, Governor Mills' office is being asked. The state of Maine is 500,000 signatures demanding Governor Mills step down. 500,000 Mainers, that's almost half the state. Half the state wants you gone, Governor Mills. I think you should set the fuck down. Right? That's amazing. I have common grounds with half the state of Maine. We want Governor Mills out of here. Go back to Massachusetts. Get the fuck out. You know? So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on, right? That one's a good one. I'm watching that one close. Come on, you guys. Fire that thing. Fire it. It's not a woman. It's a thing. Fire that thing already, would ya? Come on, man. But I'm more concerned with the nanoparticulates that are sentient and self-aware in the stratosphere and the atmosphere and the air that you breathe. It's contaminated the waterways and the groundways too. You know, we have to start thinking about these things. These nanoparticulates self-replicate and cellular divide, and they use your body as building blocks for new cells. converting carbon to graphene. That's why the pharmaceutical giant Pfizer has a patent on graphene-based life forms. Something worth thinking about, don't you think? Because that kind of like affects everyone. Doesn't it? If they're injecting aerosols into the stratosphere at 20,000 feet, they're essentially crop dusting you like cockroaches, right? Or wrong? I know what the problem is. My language is confusing you, right? Okay, instead of nanotechnology, why don't we quote John Brenner? We're not chemtrailing, we're not crop dusting. No, we're injecting aerosols into the stratosphere at 20,000 feet. So they've been monitoring the weather longer than I've been alive. Weather modifications and geoengineering has been going on since the 40s. Back then, they called it cloud seeding. Right? So that's why I'm applauding Environmental Protection Agency, because I thoroughly believe that their job is to contaminate the environment, not to protect it. And then you look at the Food and Drug Administration, there's no more organic. No, you have food like substances. Nothing's real anymore. Was their job to make the food toxic? Like, whoa, what are we paying them to do? Poison us? And it's like nobody had that thought process before.